Let me show you how I prepare before I go on tour with my black metal band Ondfødt. Hello guys and welcome back to another YouTube video. Today I wanted to talk about practicing before a tour with my black metal band Ondfødt. How do I practice for this? I have done this now for a couple of years, as long as we have been touring, and I thought that I might have a couple of tips and tricks for you how you can practice individually before you going to play the shows. And the reason I wanted to make this video is because I have this experience that my band, we live far away from each other. Two of the members, they live 500 kilometers away from me, and the other member, he lives around 200 kilometers away from me. So you know that we don't have really the possibility to rehearse so much. The rehearsals happens mostly right before we go on a gig or tour, like a 2-day really intense rehearsal, and then we enter the tour. So how do I prepare myself for this? I will talk about this and show you exactly how I do it, so follow me. So the first thing I want to show you is how I set up a project in Reaper. When we have decided as a band what songs are we going to play and in what order, we have sometimes when you go on tour, some gigs are 45 minutes and sometimes we play up to 60 minutes, so we need to be able to switch some songs here and there. But how we prepare it is that for the drummer who is using click tracks in his ears, we use ambience between the songs. So what we do is that we combined many songs as one package for him. So when he pressing play, he's starting to hear the click track and stuff like that. We make like 2-3 songs together as one package, so we get the flow between the songs, you know, when the ambience is kicking in and when the next song is starting and stuff like that. So with the speeches between the songs, it's a really nice way to do it like that, because then when I'm practicing this, I learn how long the break is between the songs, so I have time to develop a good speech, what I can say, how much time do I have to have the speech between the songs. So it can look something like this when I have prepared. I take an example now from last year's tour, July tour. This is for my own rehearsals. So I have the intro here, which leads into the first song. And then you hear that it's a click track there also, so I'm getting used to rehearse with the click track. As I said in another video when I talked about a little bit this, that you should practice as a band with in-ears. Because when you're practicing with the click track and you play live later and you don't hear it, you're so used to the click that it's in the spine of your back, you just play much tighter. So anyway, when the song is done, some songs flow pretty much together as one. But here you can hear now that here's a little small ambience before the next song kicks in. This is how the flow will be on the gig also, and when this song is done, it comes this ambience track that sounds like this. And during this part, now I can practice what I want to do between the song. Do I want to tune? Do I want to have a speech? Do I want to cast some spells? You know, it's black metal, you need to cast spells, and so on and so on. So here I have built now a 1-hour set list. For my own practicing, this is pretty good to do, because if we know that we have a 60-minute set list, I can build this set list to be as close as possible to 60 minutes, including the backing tracks between the songs. So we get like the natural flow of the show. So we know that we will never be 1 minute over, or well, sometimes if you have technical problems, but in general, if you have a 60-minute set and this set is around 58 minutes, we still have 2 minutes to a little bit, if I have technical issues and stuff like that. Anyway, so the next step I have done now for myself is that I was lucky to have, when we had the session drummer to fill in January some gigs for us, I sent him this set list without the drums so he could practice the drums to the songs. So luckily he recorded actually the whole set list with real drums and not only the studio recordings that I have been practicing to. So this is even better for me, that now I have the whole set list. It starts there and ends there. And he recorded his drums playing through the set list with one microphone, just an overhead, with also triggers of kicks. So it sounds like this. So now when I'm going to practice, this will be so much easier because I can play to like a little bit live feeling also when I'm playing with the drummer and his recording. So when we play live later, I know exactly what he's going to play because this is how he have been practicing the songs. So this will be a really good way for us to synchronize later also when we're going to rehearse together as a band before we go on tour. So again with the speeches, let's go to another spot. Like here, I'm waiting for like a signal here that I know when I hear this, I know I can start to this ching. Then I know that after that I will say the title of the next song, just to have, this flow. The next song will be whatever, and so on and so on. So what I'm doing now to really practice this, I will just show you, because I'm rehearsing with a PA system, and I will explain really soon what that is about. So anyway, what I'm doing now, I'm bouncing out this whole song as an MP3, so I can have it on my phone or a tablet or whatever. I want to send it out to a real PA system, and I will do that right now, and then I go to the live room and I show you what the next step is for my rehearsals, my practicing. Alright, so this is the setup I'm going to use, and I will explain why I want to practice with a PA system. That's because I like to hear my vocals really clearly with all the effects, delays and reverbs and stuff. Because we have to remember that when we play a show, we are not playing for ourselves. We play for others. We play for a crowd that came there to see us. So I want to make sure that when I'm singing and playing guitar, I want to know exactly what it sounds like for the crowd, so I can adjust and adapt myself to what the crowd is hearing. So I can get a better understanding of what I actually sound like. So therefore I have chosen to practice with a PA system. And it's really easy, by the way, for me to set up this system, because everyone in the band is playing with amp and cab simulators, such as this one, Harley Benton, that you can load your own impulse responses and stuff to. It sounds really good. So anyway, how I set the system up is that I use this Soundcraft UI24R. It's a digital mixer that have all the effects built into it and stuff. So I just plug the guitar and my vocal mic straight to that. And also the tablet I'm going to use when I'm sending out the tracks that I prepared on the computer, as I showed you just a minute ago. So I will set this up and I will show you how it can look like and sound like when I'm practicing the songs before the tour. Cha, 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 cha. And now when I have been practicing, I'm ready to take a shower. I hope you guys learned something from this today. It was really fun making this video once again, and yeah! I hope that you guys want to ask anything about how I do this, and if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. I will try to answer as many questions as possible. If you like this kind of content, please like and subscribe. I will keep making more videos, so stay in tune. Till next time, bye.